Hey, welcome back to Cool Classics. So I was just watching an episode of Welcome Back Kotter, and I thought to myself, whatever happened to this actress? I've seen her in other things, but not for a long time. So here we go. Debralee Scott was born April 2nd, 1953 in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Later, she moved to Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. At age 16, she joined her two older sisters in San Francisco and attended Galileo High School. She joined the drama team and acted in school plays. After high school, Debralee moved to Hollywood in the mid-70s. She got herself an agent, and at age 22, she landed her first major role on Mary Hartman, playing the promiscuous sister, Kathy Shumway. The show was filmed at KTLA Sunset Bronson Studios on Fernwood Avenue. Debralee was able to go over and watch Donnie and Marie Osmond tape their variety show in between her sets. She told a Rolling Stone magazine interviewer that she wanted to deflower Donnie, but his virginal sister was always hovering around, so she had to be content with just crushing from a distance. During this time, she also appeared semi-regularly on the Welcome Back Kotter show, playing Rosalie Hotsy Totsy, a Brooklyn girl with a bad reputation, which was probably not too much of a stretch if she's trying to hook up with Donnie Osmond. I guess she was just good at playing a bad girl. She got my attention. Now listen to this. In 1977, she was one of two actresses considered for the part of Marty in the film Grease, but it went to Dinah Manoff. Can you picture her playing Marty? I kind of can, but Grease is a classic, so I wouldn't want to replace anybody. But yeah, that's interesting. Before the tryout of Grease, she had only been in films a couple times. Once she got to play in Dirty Harry as a corpse, which really wasn't a very big part. But then in American Graffiti, she played Harrison Ford's girlfriend, so that was pretty cool. After the Mary Hartman show ended, Debralee stayed very busy. She was always on TV on some show like $20,000 Pyramid, Super Password, and The Match Game. One time she appeared on Celebrity Family Feud with the cast of Angie, and she got 176 points out of the 200 possible points in the Fast Money round. They won the $10,000 for the charity, and in another game, she achieved 234 points in the first part of a Fast Money round by herself, winning before her partner even got a chance to play. Host Richard Dawson remarked that she was the first celebrity player and the fourth player in the show's history to win Fast Money round single-handedly. She also appeared many times on the Merv Griffin show. Debralee said that Merv always told her that she reminded him of a young Judy Garland because both of them were witty gals with overbites. I have a special place in my heart for people with dental issues, and I will say that her overbite worked perfect for her. It added to her lovability, just like Merv Griffin was saying. Debralee also sang Bad Girls with Twiggy and Pat Ast on the Donna Summer special. There's that bad girls term again. I don't know, I told you. Debralee continued to work throughout the 80s. She appeared in a slasher spoof film called Pandemonium, and she also appeared in Police Academy. But by the mid-90s, she joined her middle sister Jerry Scott in the talent management business. Debralee represented actors at the agency, and the agency is called Empowered Artists. And so that ended up being her second career, so to speak. In early 2001, she got engaged to John Dennis Levi, a New York City policeman who worked for the Port Authority of New York. They'd been together for 5 years, but on 9/11/2001, he was killed in the attack on the Twin Towers. John was scheduled off for that day, but at 6 a.m. he received a call asking if he'd like to take some overtime, and by accepting it, he would get the whole weekend off, which meant he could spend it with Debralee. So he went ahead and accepted it, and he was on duty when the first plane hit. He called to check in on her. Debralee said she received one more call from John as he was headed into the World Trade Center basement to help evacuate people. He ended up perishing with thousands of others that day when the Twin Towers fell. Debralee continued to live in the same building with John's elderly mother. She told the local press that they were having a hard time keeping up with everything. As families began submitting claims for the Victims' Compensation Fund, Debralee told the press that the family was in dire need of financial help. "We're not asking for $1 million. We just need enough to get through the holidays till I can find a new job," she said. "I'll take what they give me." We're not sure what kind of financial help they ever received, if any, but in March of 2005, Debralee moved to Florida to be with her retired sister, Scotty, who was ill with emphysema and heart ailments. Shortly after moving in with her sister, Debralee collapsed and lingered in a coma for several days. She awoke and was asked if she knew where she was. She replied, obviously in the hospital. Doctors reportedly could not determine the cause of the coma, and she was released for her 52nd birthday 2 days later. 3 days after that, on April 5th, 2005, she went to sleep for a nap and never woke up. An autopsy was performed but came back inconclusive. Debralee's lifelong friend, actress Anne Lockhart, summed up her friend's death this way: "The truth is, that sweet soul died of a broken heart. God bless her." Wow, I had no idea about any of that. She seemed like such a loving person and a caretaker for all those around her. Such a sad story. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out Cool Classics for more. I'm around. I'm going to make some more as I see people that I remember.